In this video, we are discussing Mercury retrograde ending. Today is Monday, August 11th, and earlier today, Mercury retrograde ended. Mercury is currently in the sign of Cancer, and also in the sign of Cancer is the Sun. So today we are going to discuss what Mercury retrograde means, what Mercury and the Sun in Cancer brings to the table, and what this retrograde period ending means for us as we progress through this middle of the month and into the second half of the month, where the Sun leaves Mercury in Cancer to enter Leo before Venus enters Cancer to join Mercury for a couple of days, 7, 8, 9 days, when the Mercury enters Leo, joining the Sun once again. So let's jump right into it. Really fast. Each day of the week is represented by a planet: Sunday, the Sun; Monday, the Moon; Tuesday, Mars; Wednesday, Mercury; Thursday, Jupiter; Friday, Venus; and Saturday is represented by Saturn. This is what planet rules that day, and these are some of the basic traits that planetary energy brings to the table. So the Sun, your personal vitality; the Moon, emotions, our inner world; Mars is action, energy; Mercury's communication; Jupiter's teaching, wisdom, guidance; Venus, beauty, relationships, our relationship with ourselves, relationship with the public, material possessions; and Saturn, discipline, structure, routine is what it brings to the table. So let's jump into Mercury retrograde ending. Today, August 11th, is Monday, ruled by the moon. And Mercury is currently in Cancer, which is also ruled by the moon. So we have this Mercury retrograde period ending on the day of the week that is ruled by the moon in the sign that is also ruled by the moon on a one life path, 11 energy day. So what this is the numerology for the day. And so the big picture life path, what brings us flavoring or nuance to that one life path, is both 2 and 8 energy. One energy is creation, new beginnings. It is individuality, determination, determinedness. It is being willing to stand on your own. So that is unique innovation. And 2 energy is divine support, charisma. It is our emotions. It is our inner world. 2 is tied into the moon, Monday in Mercury retrograde Cancer, also the moon. So full of 2 energy, and that 8 energy gives us some ambition, some balancement of both the material and spiritual world. It is achievement, success. So we have a new beginning creation day that's revolving and giving us the themes and activities required to have success, achievement, balance both the material and spiritual world. It's a karmic beginning type of energy. So you have this intuitiveness from the 2 and the power and success coming from the 8, giving us flavoring or nuance to that one life path, the new beginnings, the creation, that individuality, that innovation type of energy. And the way we maximize our access to the activities of this life path is by utilizing 11 energy. And so 11 is the master version of that too. So we have a Monday moon ruled day with the Mercury retrograde period ending in the sign of Cancer, ruled by the moon, more 2 energy, on the master 2 energy, August 11th. So this is how you can see these energies are starting to layer on top of each other, giving us the precision and accuracy in how we go about moving throughout the day. And all of this energy is what's imprinting Mercury retrograde ending. This is what's imprinting this forward motion of Mercury as we move throughout the month. And I didn't mention it earlier, but I will now really fast. We are in the eight energy month in this nine universal year. Nine universal year simply meaning we are closing the energetic loops and cycles that began all the way back in August of 2017 up until this point in time. All of the energetic loops that we opened are beginning to come to a conclusion so that we can transition from this last 9 year cycle into the next 9 year cycle that begins in 2026. And this eight energy month, eight, like we mentioned here, is karmic, it is transformation, death, and rebirth. It balances both the material and spiritual world. So taking these lessons and learning from these experiences so that we can move forward in new patterns, routines, and habits. So this divine master version of the two, divine support, charisma, intuition, inspiration, setting the big picture with our intuitive emotions for what we would like to imprint as we begin to move forward. So, what does Mercury represent? Mercury is our intellect. Mercury is information. It's how we process and analyze information. It's how we go about expressing ourselves. So, that's communication. That is writing, speaking, artistic expression, anything that has to do with analyzing information, processing that information, consuming information, and then expressing our individual experiences and what you would call takes with that information, how we go about utilizing that and expressing ourselves given the experiences that we have. And the sun, Mercury is in Cancer with the sun. The sun is our vitality, it is leadership, it's our authority, it's power, it is our external world, how we go about processing and expressing our emotions. And so we have this bold, energetic, creative, powerful sun energy combining with this analytical processing of information, communicating that information coming from Mercury, all coming together in the sign of Cancer. Like I mentioned, ruled by the moon. So Cancer is emotions, it is sensitivity, it is empathy, caringness. Um, what else would you have? It would be your home, your family life, these familial traditions, the things that give us comfort and security and routine. It's that inner world. So we have the inner world sign of Cancer being occupied by the two outer world, outer expressive, the sun, how we wear our inner world externally, and Mercury, the way we process, analyze, and then communicate information, all coming together in that sign. Retrograde period is a period of reevaluation, evaluating what worked, what didn't work, why does this work, why doesn't this work. It is examining these old patterns and habits. Do they still work for us given what we are trying to accomplish? And this retrograde period is like a redo. It allows us to demonstrate to the universe that we have learned our lessons through these experiences so that when we are delivered another opportunity of falling into these old patterns, these old habits of doing things the way we used to do them, we can demonstrate to the universe that we have learned our lesson by changing our actions. So this retrograde period is a revisiting of the old so that we can demonstrate through our actions that we have learned and we are going to begin creating the new. And all of this was happening in the sign of Cancer with Mercury retrograde being joined with the sun for this period of time, giving us this boldness, this highly expressive how we wear our inner world externally, how we communicate our inner world externally. And today, on this moon ruled Monday, we have the new beginnings with 11 divine, feminine, master 2 energy to give us the inspiration and energetic boost required to begin creating these new patterns, habits of how we express ourselves to other people. And this is all happening today, Monday, August 11th, until, go back to the main map, all the way until the sun leaves us with Mercury alone in Cancer to give us 3 days of Mercury on its own in Cancer to really anchor in these lessons before Venus, our relationship with ourselves, our relationship with other people, beauty, material possessions, material desires, joins us in Mercury so that we can have another week and a couple of days before Mercury leaves Cancer to join the sun once again in the sun's home of Leo. And that's going to be happening on Saturday, August 30th, ruled by Saturn. So, once again, meant to happen. The sun enters Leo on the sun ruled Sunday of August 17th. Karmic 8 energy, day energy. And we have, so really fast, did not think I was going to be doing that, but we have the divine knowledge, divine intelligence, analytical, retrospective 7 life path with the 2 and the 5, emotional change, giving us that flavoring and nuance to that karmic energy from the day on the sun ruled Sunday before we have Mercury entering Leo on that Saturn ruled Saturday, where once again, that 2 comes up with the playful and communicative 3. Mercury, 3 go hand in hand. Mercury communication, 3 communication, all on this karmically blessed structure. So you have Saturn and the ring around Saturn. There is no escaping the ring, no matter how much we want to. You go too far forward, you smash into the ring. You fall too far behind, you smash into the ring. There is no escaping the lessons we are meant to learn in this lifetime because we have Saturn and its ring guiding us through, keeping us exactly where we are supposed to be, exactly where we are meant to be. And this Mercury energy joins the sun in the sun's home this time, giving us that boldness to truly express ourselves the way we believe we should, given what we learned through this Mercury retrograde period. So we kind of have this energetic space to allow these lessons to fully sit as the sun leaves us and gives us a little bit of room to breathe, stops being so powerfully, not aggressive, but in your face, so that this mercurial in Cancer energy can kind of have a little bit of space to breathe. The soft Venus energy is going to come in there to give us some beauty, some light before we have Mercury leaving us, leaving us in Cancer, leaving Venus alone in Cancer, so that Mercury can join the sun once again in that bold, expressive Leo energy here at the end of this 8 energy month in this 9 universal year. If you have made it this far, I genuinely appreciate you for watching. Please drop any questions, comments, thoughts, opinions in the comments down below. I am more than happy to help you however I can. The universe truly wants you to win. The universe is on your side. Winning may not look the way you imagined it would look. It's probably not going to be on the time frame that you would prefer, but the universe really does want you to win. Nature loves abundance. We simply have to demonstrate that we have learned the lessons we're meant to learn and begin to fulfill that karmic role we are meant to fulfill in this lifetime so that we can be blessed with the abundance that the universe truly wants for us. If you have made it this far, I genuinely appreciate you, and I will talk to you again soon.